Prescription for anxiety. Cast your burden on the Lord, and he shall sustain you. He shall never permit the righteous to be moved. Psalm 55, verse 22. According to a Wall Street Journal report, anxiety has overtaken depression as the leading mental health problem in the United States. Anxiety-fighting drugs are now the top-selling pharmaceutical products. Even with a booming economy and political stability, worry and apprehension remain part of our human condition, one that can never be adequately relieved by a pill. When David composed Psalm 55, his mind was agitated by the same types of situations we struggle with today. He recoiled in horror from the violence, anger, and abuse that stalked the city streets, verses 9 to 11. He suffered the anguish of being betrayed by a close friend, verses 12 to 14. He longed to leave and escape to a place of peace, verses 4 to 8. Because David's anxious pain mirrors our own, his prescription for relief can be ours as well. He wrote, "I will call upon God, and the Lord shall save me. Cast your burden on the Lord, and he shall sustain you." Verses 16 and 22. Anxiety is a burden we are not called to bear. Instead, we are to lay our concerns on Christ because he cares for us. 1 Peter 5:7. If your heart is weighed down today, the Lord is ready to bear every burden you give him. Amen. God invites us to burden him with what burdens us. Amen. Today's daily bread, Psalm 55, verses 4 to 23. My heart is severely pained within me, and the terrors of death have fallen upon me. Fearfulness and trembling have come upon me, and horror has overwhelmed me. So I said, "Oh, that I had wings like a dove, I would fly away and be at rest. Indeed, I would wander far off and remain in the wilderness. I would hasten my escape from the windy storm and tempest. Destroy, O Lord, and divide their tongues, for I have seen violence and strife in the city. Day and night they go around it on its walls. Iniquity and trouble are also in the midst of it. Destruction is in its midst. Oppression and deceit do not depart from its streets. For it is not an enemy who reproaches me, then I could bear it, nor is it one who hates me, who has exalted himself against me, then I could hide from him. But it was you, a man my equal, my companion and my acquaintance. We took sweet counsel together and walked to the house of God in the throng. Let death seize them, let them go down alive into hell, for wickedness is in their dwellings and among them. As for me, I will call upon God, and the Lord shall save me. Evening and morning and at noon I will pray and cry aloud, and he shall hear my voice. He has redeemed my soul in peace from the battle that was against me, for there were many against me. God will hear and afflict them, even he who abides from of old. Because they do not change, therefore they do not fear God. He has put forth his hands against those who were at peace with him. He has broken his covenant. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet they were drawn swords. Cast your burden on the Lord, and he shall sustain you. He shall never permit the righteous to be moved. But you, O God, shall bring them down to the pit of destruction. Bloodthirsty and deceitful men shall not live out half their days, but I will trust in you.